Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to the comedy extravaganza that is The Adventures of E. Strap yourselves in because in this podcast we dive into hilarious personal stories, mishaps, and everyday life. From the awkward encounters at the grocery store to trying to adult in a world that seems determined to trip us up at every turn. So whether you're listening during your commute or just kicking back with a cup of coffee, get ready to laugh until your sides hurt. Here's your host, Elissa.
Well, hello, everyone and friends. Thank you for coming back. Sorry that the episode kind of got pushed back. It was for a few reasons. One was because Jason and I wanted to have a guest on, which is Lacee.
Hi.
Who some of you who've been with us from the beginning may know and love. She's one of my very best friends. But also today, actually, like that we're taping this, is my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
That's
And how old are you? How old are you?
I'm a big 4-0.
Oh.
I'm feeling it a little bit. But I will say this. Lacee and I have been joking now, well, for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
We are in our grandma era.
Oh, big time.
Grandma era.
Mm-hmm.
We are in our plant loving, yapping. We love a thrift.
We love it.
We love a thrift.
Trinket.
A trinket, a small thing, a craft.
Oh,
You name it.
a Goodwill hates to see us coming.
Ain't that the truth? It's so bad that Lacee and I are going to go on a girls' trip. Like this.
Oh, this is news to me, huh?
No, it's not. Because
Oh.
we talked about the date. It's early November. We already talked
Right,
about that.
But you didn't say this was like a thrift trip. You said
No.
this was a girls trip.
No. We've worked
I'm a little scared here.
Well, it actually, Lacee and I were like, we can go anywhere. But, like, my stipulation was because she is a fucking passenger princess that I will not drive any more than 6 hours away from home. Otherwise, we need to fly. That's just...
First of all, if we are driving long distance, I will help drive. I'm not going to be in the car for 6 hours in the passenger
Well,
side.
I know you're not going to do that, but...
No, if we're only going to like Anderson or Indy, yeah, I want to be the passenger princess.
Welcome. I mean, now you know what it's like.
I know. But I also know, like, you need to kind of step up your game. Like,
Why do I need to step up my game? What?
when she gets in, we have snacks ready to go. We usually somebody has drinks. We got things, man. We got snacks.
Why the fuck am I stepping up
And-
my game when I'm the chauffeur when I'm toting you guys around?
I'm
the
doing it
places?
for her.
You go right ahead. She's your bestie. I'm just a driver. Shit.
Me too, sometimes. Well, anyway, I said otherwise we can fly. So we talked about all kinds of places, and we're like, we could go somewhere tropical because we were talking about early November.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, we can't make up our mind to save our
Not at
souls.
all.
First of all,
Well, honestly, like everything that we've talked about or discussed or suggested, it just didn't,
it didn't fit or feel right.
It didn't feel like, yeah, that's what I want to go do.
Yeah, we were kind of like, we'll kind of set on it. So last night,
Oh God, here we go.
I had the most genius fucking idea.
Listen, and I will tell her if I think it's not a great idea.
She will not always feed into my whims.
No.
So I said, listen, I have the best idea. I was like, we need to put together a list of like antique or thrift places that we've been texting each other for years that we want to go. And we'll start like, obviously we're only going to have X amount of time. Like we'll probably have to narrow it down a little bit, but we'll start from the furthest out, work our way back on nobody else's schedule but our own.
Mm-hmm.
And work our way back home. And she was like, yes. And then her excitement really fed into my excitement. And I was like, yes, it's happening. And now that I tell you this, I don't feel like it's quite a yes for you now.
I mean, this is a girls' trip. Like I'm staying the fuck home. Like
He's like, no.
Yeah, but he likes going thrifting with us.
I know.
But where did I take you not too long ago? We went on like a bunch of like antique places off of US 40.
Yeah, I was telling Lacee all about it. We got to go back.
That's probably going to be like one of the last stops on our way back.
Yeah, because I was telling her about it. We hit all kinds of good places.
Yeah, and we didn't even hit like 1/10 of what we could have.
And there was a bunch that was already closed or
Yeah.
not open that day, which, I mean, we didn't really
what was
plan
it,
it out.
Centerville or something like that? Or I can't remember exactly.
Something
but
like that. It was right outside of Richmond. Like one of those.
No. It wasn't outside of Richmond. It was like just north of Connorsville.
Oh, okay.
And you had to get on 40, and you would have driven probably another 30 minutes
Yeah, it was
east to
farther.
get to Richmond.
That's
and there
right.
was little town after little town after little town all the way to Richmond with these shops and stuff like that.
And I mean, that one, I was telling her about the one shop with the antique furniture that was like gorgeous furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
We had a lot of fun thrifting. We always do, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lacey said, Goodwill hates to see us coming.
Yeah, but Goodwill doesn't really ever hardly have good shit
Listen,
anymore.
the kids and I went to the one in Carmel not too long ago.
Well, you're talking about fucking Carmel.
Yeah.
I mean that's a haul for
That used
a
to be
haul.
our favorite. That used to be our favorite one.
Right. Well, do you know where I find a lot of like really good stuff? Is the Anderson Goodwill.
That's always
Believe
where
it
we,
or not.
where we
Yeah.
find good stuff
Mhm.
at.
Yeah. Now, one that I used to go to a long time ago was the one in Westfield.
Oh,
North of
Yeah.
Carmel.
That's
Oh,
the
That's-
one
I know
we
where
went
Westfield
to.
is.
Yeah, long
That
time
closed
ago.
down.
Yeah.
That's the one where I found that Christian Dior sweater at.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, like a vintage one.
Like,
that
there's
was-
some cool shit.
Yeah, that was back in the day. But I love I love thrifting and antiquing and plant shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I like shopping in general.
Me too.
No.
I went shopping today and ended up spending $166 at the Meijer.
For what?
Well, I got you like 2 weeks worth of Red Bull because they had the different flavors.
Yeah, which I appreciate. Thank you. Yeah.
I bought 4 bottles of wine. 2 turned out to be non-alcoholic because I'm an idiot. And
O'Doul's.
She like whipped it out at the salon and she's like, look what I have.
it was so pretty too, but I'll use it. And then I bought a thing of Absolute, and then I bought some Monaco's. I bought some cupcakes for myself.
Yeah.
Because it was my birthday.
Yeah.
So we had this pre-party party.
Mm-hmm.
So Lacey, Mom, and myself all go to our same hair gal, and Lacey's known her for a lot longer than Mom and I have. But we went over there, and Lacey got us margaritas and cheese dip, and we had ourselves a party over there.
So you were pre-gaming the podcast.
Yes, pretty
100%.
much. And them margaritas were pretty.
They were strong.
They were good, man. They were so good, though. So that happened. And I was like, I looked at Lacey. I said, I piddled today. I piddled with my plants. I went shopping. I was like, this might not be so bad after all.
Went on my way home from school, or I had clinical today.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hurry up and get home and take a shower and don't piddle around.
I go, don't you dare dilly-dally. She goes, I will. And I go, you will not. So anyway,
I'm just sitting back enjoying the show.
Lacey and I went a few days ago and got our first, actually, matching tattoo together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Mrs. Doubtfire. I cannot show you mine because it's on my leg, and that's a lot of bending that I don't have in me. But Lacey can show you hers. She remembers
She was
where
like,
it was.
Let me flick the wrist.
It's the hello.
Nice.
Looks good, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Colors look good.
Yeah.
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 Well, we got to the tattoo place, and funny enough, there's a TV right above where our artist station was, and they turned on Mrs. Doubtfire. And so we all sat there and watched it together.
We did.
And got tattoos. Well, on that scene, our tattoo artist was paying a lot of attention. And she was like, his robe's pink in that, or blue in that scene. I thought it was something else. So she's like, can I do it like the scene? And we're like, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we ended up with
Nice.
a blue robe.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually kind of cool because it's distinct. Like, it just kind of happened naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like pre-planned.
It really did. If anybody has a tattoo need, I can't talk. Brittany at Permanence in Anderson, Indiana. Sorry.
Permanence.
Permanence. She's absolutely wonderful. Tell her
tier.
Lacee and Elissa sent you.
Yes.
She'll know that you're a nut job, and we'll expect nothing less.
She'll have fun with you, though.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did.
The pain wasn't great.
No.
I don't know when we got old and we became bitches about it.
Holy shit.
Well, the funny thing is, like, you two are besties, and you have matching tattoos. You and I do not have any matching
No,
tattoos.
because I've been trying. Jason Dalton, don't you start with me. I've been trying to get you to get a tattoo for years.
Yeah.
And you're like, would you put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari? I'm like, I would now.
Vroom, vroom, baby. Vroom, vroom.
Elissa will put a sticker on anything.
Oh,
First
yeah,
of
no
all,
shit.
You,
Like,
yeah. You give me a surface and I will sticker it.
yeah. Oh, look, the dog. Let me put a sticker on it.
I am 12. I love a sticker. What do you want
You got
from
so
me?
excited the other day. Like, I had a...
He got free stickers in his order.
Yeah, I got free stickers in my order for, like, my lens cover for my phone or whatever, because
I got
it's the
all
third one
excited.
I've broken somehow. I've never broken anything on a phone in my entire life.
She broke one too.
I did.
Fucking break a lens cover repeatedly.
Yeah.
So, ordered it. They sent stickers.
I had a corgi in a shark's costume. It made me so happy.
And a corgi in a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the shark one really just
Yeah.
threw me over the edge.
Shark bait.
Ooh-ah.
Yeah.
I was telling Lacee, there was a girl at work. I don't mean little in a derogatory way, but just young. Super sweet.
guy.
Yeah, she's super sweet though. But
Oh,
anyway,
little.
they all are young, aren't they though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told him today they
Whoa.
were toddlers.
We'll circle back because they didn't know
You
who
fucking
Mrs.
crotch
Doubt.
goblins.
They didn't know who Mrs. Doubtfire was today.
That's
Isn't
not
that
acceptable.
sad? That's a
Just kind of like
travesty.
you not ever watching Smokey and the Bandit.
Why are you gonna call me out like that for?
Because happy fucking birthday. Like Smokey and the
damn.
Bandit. That's what we're
Look,
watching tonight.
No, don't make me watch
I'll
it
make her
tonight.
watch it.
I can't do
Make
it
her
tonight. Can we choose a different one for tonight?
Well, it is your birthday.
How
yeah.
about Smokey and the Bandit too?
No.
Yeah.
That one is shit.
Thank you, Lacey.
It's not bad.
Oh, it's shit.
3 is shit. With the
No.
elephant, 3 is shit.
Anything past 1 is shit.
Okay. Anyway, I'll pick the movie tonight. Everybody needs to simmer down.
Should make him watch Baby Girl. The one we could not even make it through.
Oh God, no! I can't do that
What is it?
again.
What is it?
That new Nicole Kidman movie.
It was fucking weird, like super
Oh,
weird.
the one where she's like the executive and
Mhm.
like she has an affair with a
Yeah, but there's like
intern.
some real fucked up shit that's already happening in the first 5 minutes.
I mean,
Like some like I want you to choke the fuck out of me erotica, like having sex with her husband. It was weird. The whole tone of it was weird. It was trauma weird. Was not here for it.
see, I don't see a problem with it, but okay, whatever.
I was going to say, he might like it.
He might. You can watch it. I'm good. Anyways, what was I even talking about?
Smokey
The
and
fact,
the
the
Bandit.
fact that you hadn't watched Smokey and the
No,
Bandit,
I'm gonna pick the movie tonight. It was something else. Damn you guys.
that your coworker, the baby nurse, did not
Oh.
know what Mrs. Doubtfire was.
No, her baby nurse
Her-
coworkers
her
didn't
baby
know.
nurse.
My baby nurse friend said, Elissa, I always know you're here by your cup because your sticker says thou shalt eat a satchel of Richards. And then like a month ago or two, she asked me what that meant. And I said, eat a bag of dicks. And she goes, every time I see that cup and that sticker, I know that you're here. I'm like, that's my calling card.
Yeah,
Who knew?
that is
Who
your calling
knew?
card.
Thou
Yeah.
may eat a satchel of Richards. So yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of satchel of Richards, my dogs. I haven't got to tell Lacey this little ditty yet.
Is this the Potatogate?
Potatogate.
Potatogate 2025?
But Potatogate, as Brenda
Potato.
would call it. First of all,
She did say potato.
she told us that it hurts her feelings when we call her Brenda. And I was like, I think it's endearing and it's a calling card, but it really does upset her, everybody.
Still?
Yeah, so I'm going to try to be better about it. But
And we were just doing it so bad at the salon.
No, I backed off.
Did you?
And you guys did too, so I
Oh, did we?
noticed.
Okay.
So, but between me and you guys, we'll still call her Brenda.
Love you, Mom. Brenda?
I just need to calm it down at home. You know what I mean? So anyway, so we were at the salon. What was I talking?
Potatogate.
Oh, so we're going to have a cookout, family style barbecue at my house
Yep.
here for my birthday.
With all the special people over.
And so my mom was asking me what I wanted. And so I said, I would really like potato salad. That's just something I don't eat very often, but I love it. She was okay. And why is it? I know you're going to tell me the same thing. All of our moms always put the potatoes either in a potato bin, because we had one when I was a kid, or why do they get left out in the plastic bag in the garage or on the floor?
Every time.
Every time, right?
Mhm.
So that's what Brenda does. She leaves it out on the floor. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. She goes, oh, it'll be fine. She doesn't even really sound like that, but to me today she does. I'm like, okay. So I go about my business. Oh, we go to get our tattoos. And she goes, I came home and there was like round black things all over the counter. I go, Mom, what happened? God damn it, these sons of bitches, they're all a bunch of assholes. She said, I heard a bunch of thuds behind me, and then all of a sudden I got smacked in the head with something. These assholes got these potatoes, and we're throwing them in the air and catching them, and one of them hit her in the back of the head. They had rolled around on the ground, and each potato had been bitten so bad. They were littered with lint, dust, and dog hair. They were all black. Half of them were nibbled away.
Somebody got their starches that day.
It was like, no. It was half gone. Half of it looked degloved. I don't even know what happened here.
I know who the ringleader was to that.
Who?
Opal.
Oh, yeah, you're probably accurate on that.
Or Mac.
Mac was actually... I said, you got potatoed by a potato.
Well, yeah, you did say Brenda got hit with it.
Is that a double baked potato? Potatogate.
Potatogate 2025.
Brenda doesn't call them potatoes, though. She calls them potatoes. Just like it's not pajamas, it's pajamas.
Potatoes.
You gonna put on your pajamas? She does, doesn't she?
It's an endearing part of her.
We
just
love
how
it.
she talks. Yeah.
Yeah. Them potatoes.
So, and then I come home and I see this bag of potatoes, or what's left of them, sitting on the counter.
And Jason's like, what?
And a thing of like
What in the black
eaten
mold?
yogurt container
That they had
the
gotten.
bag.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, something went down here.
Do you ever wonder, like, come home and
yeah.
do you ever stop and be like, what did I miss today?
Yeah.
I don't even want to
I mean,
know.
there are some times where I sit in my truck and just I wait when I pull in, and I'm just like, I need to mentally prepare myself for the fuckery I'm about to walk into.
Well, Opal has really been on one this week. She ate a half a box of, and I confirmed, chamomile tea bags. They were not the tea bags with the staples in them. They were just the packets.
The glued ones.
Yeah, that I like to get because I steep mine anyway.
Yeah.
So she ate a half a box of those yesterday.
She's a sleepy girl.
She's eaten a candlestick this week.
Yep.
A brand new one.
Yep.
What else did she eat this week that we couldn't believe it besides the potatoes?
She was eating a Frisbee.
Yeah, she ate all that. Almost completed that.
Yep.
Which, speaking of Frisbee, we were enjoying a nice Indiana Midsummer's Evening the other night, and all you hear was... Jason,
how's that
shut
going?
up. I don't want to hear
How's
it
that going
from you.
again?
I don't want to hear it.
Happy birthday.
Jason bought an industrial-sized bug zapper.
It is not industrial sized. It is rated for 2 acres. Thank you very much.
You have 2 acres back there?
We have a
No.
postage stamp.
No, but our 4 neighbors combined, we all have 2 acres.
Our 4 neighbors.
So they can't bitch because I'm getting rid of their fucking bugs too.
And then he bought an industrial-sized heater for the back porch.
Hey, that was on super special sale. That was an Amazon special. It was. I mean,
Just
you're going to
saying.
love it come fall.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I'll enjoy it. I know that.
Right.
Lacee, I know
Right.
all of it. I don't care if she does or not.
Like, we've got a completely heated outdoor space now.
We are just living our best life here.
I know. The deck's finally done. The outdoor space is finally done.
I don't think we've gotten to talk to everybody since Beyonce.
I was talking about Beyonce today.
The fucking chicken.
Okay, so I'm going to try to make the longest story short as I possibly can, so bear with me. Years ago, a friend of mine introduced me to a blogger called The Blogess.
That's not original.
In her... You're a dick.
I'm
Mind
just-
your business.
I'm just saying.
Anyways, rude. Anyways, her relationship is very much like ours. She's very fun and quirky and does weird things, and he was not.
And I'm the asshole. Yeah.
No,
sure.
he
That's
was
fine. That's fine. We'll just keep moving it along. Keep your story going.
He
That's
was a
fine.
banker, that type of thing. But okay, way to take it there. Anyway, she called him because there was a giant metal rooster on clearance. And he was like, do not buy that metal rooster. And she's like, that's a whole lot of metal rooster on clearance. She did not buy it. A few days later, she went back. It was marked down even further. She bought it. She put it on their front porch with a sign that said, knock, knock, motherfucker, and rang the doorbell and ding dong ditched. And her husband found this and she named the rooster Beyonce. So then Beyonce started living in random areas where it would peek into the window to scare the fuck out of her husband. And I thought it was hilarious.
That is fucking hilarious.
So that's where this all came from. So for years, I've been terrorizing Jason with, I'm going to buy a giant metal rooster. And he's like, the fuck you are. Well, little did he know, I have hit my grandma goose era. Yes. And Lacey and I went to buy porch geese. I can't believe I said that out loud.
And it was
Concrete.
absolutely my idea.
Concrete
Because
porch geese.
But
I
I
have
mean-
a headless one at home.
But I made a deal with you. Because my grandmother had a concrete
I'm going to get you a pelican.
pelican on her back patio. She actually had a set of them that just kind of like faced each other. And I said, if we can have a concrete pelican, we can have a concrete goose.
We looked.
We did.
Absolutely.
We tried to find one. And there
one-
was one, but she's like, that's not what he wants.
It looked like a little hey-hey-ish. Like it looked a little wonky.
Yes.
It's a wonky.
It's a wonky pelican. And I was like, we'll look again when we come back. I
Yeah.
literally did look. So who knew there was a huge run on porch geese because there was a 15-day wait list. So we finally got the call that our porch geese are ready. We're going to get them tomorrow. But in the
excited.
meantime,
I have a costume.
oh my God, I don't. I need to get on this.
Fuck, what are you doing? Stop it.
I found a hot dog one. It's fine. I already got it.
You did not. I want it.
Anyway, mind your business. We'll circle back in a minute.
Okay.
So no, the metal art was 20% off. I bought a giant rooster. Now, the best part of it is it has a cowboy hat, which Lacey, so sweet, pointed out, and cowboy boots. And I said, oh my God, it's a Beyonce in her Cowboy Carter era. And so
yes.
Jason came home to find that on the back porch while we were at Hobby Lobby.
Shopping for more bullshit.
You're welcome.
No, listen. I'm so dumb. The most Elissa thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, tell your adoring fans what you did.
Lacey and I had the best girls' day. Okay.
We really did. We always do, but
I
we
had
really
on,
did.
I mean, it was so good. I had on bib overalls
we were together
all day.
day.
And so I was like, are you sure I'm not keeping you from anything? She's like, no, because I always worry people feel like they're held hostage by me. And I'm what's her name? Elmira.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like squeezing the death out of them. And I'm like, are you sure I'm not keeping you from anything?
Have I ever stayed when I didn't want to?
No, and that's fair. But anyway,
You're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I know, my God, I kept you past our limit here. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So listen, I'm like, shit, I bought that really cool metal thing for the back of our TV wall outside to put terracotta
It's
pots
like a
in.
little wall mount bracket that holds 4 terracotta pots vertically.
Well, it held something else, but terracotta pots is what ended up in it. And
Right.
it's actually, I think, for inside, but it went on the outside. Well, there's only one. We have a large wall. I wanted another one. I called around. I found out Hobby Lobby and Andertucky had it. So I called them. They put it on hold. I said, I'll be there to get it today. I completely forgot about it. I looked at Lacey. I said, what are you doing? She said, nothing. I said, you want to run to Anderson with me? I got to go pick up this thing. And she's like, yeah. So we go to Hobby Lobby. We live our best life. We're getting everything. I end up getting a topiary, which is a long story on another day. And she goes, don't forget your planner. And I said, I'm not. And I grabbed the topiary. We checked out. We literally pulled on our street from Anderson. We went to Starbucks, then came home.
Yeah.
Pulled on our street, and I go, oh, my God, Lacey. I didn't get the planter that I went there for. She goes, I reminded you. I was like, I thought you meant this other one. She goes, okay, quick. Well, tell Dad that they accidentally sold it, a.k.a. Jason. And I was like, okay. So we did, and Jason was pissed. And finally, like 45 minutes later, after Lacee left, I said, listen, I'm sorry. I completely forgot to get it. He goes, oh, that makes more sense. Okay.
And the funny thing is, it does. Like, you looking at me and saying, oh, yeah, they sold it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. 10
No,
years,
this
honey.
is- this
10
is-
years, honey. I know.
This is my drama talking.
I
We're going to get in trouble.
know. We panicked. We both did, though, too. Because I'm like, I know he's going to be so mad.
Well, but the funny thing is,
But
like,
he never
I came,
is
No,
mad.
never.
I came home and sat down out on the back porch. I looked
Next
over
to your
at Beyonce.
chicken.
I looked over at that cocky motherfucker.
It was the same day.
Same day.
And I'm sitting there, I'm smoking a cigarette, the dogs are running amok, and I just look over and I'm like, all right. And I just move on about my business. And then you come home and then you frantically tell me, oh my God,
I
they
panicked.
sold it. And hopefully you like the Beyonce. And I'm like, sure, okay.
Yeah.
Like, don't care.
Well, I went last week and got it. It was still there, so it was meant to be, clearly.
Yeah. Were they ever actually going to ship it to this one up here?
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I canceled the order.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they really did.
I would have let them go ahead and ship it and let them find it.
Oh, that's okay. It's not
I'd
that
have been
deep.
that asshole.
I'm not that asshole, so.
Yeah, because it took them a week to not ship it.
It's fucking Hobby Lobby. They live on their own schedule.
100%.
Like, I don't.
Here, Jesus came back in 3 days. Hobby Lobby can ship something.
Oh, God. Here we go.
No, I never mind. I was thinking of Michael's. Every time I get something shipped from Michael's, it's broken.
Well,
Every single
and
time.
every time I ever got anything shipped from Joanne, it took like 2 weeks minimum, I feel like. So, yeah. We expect nothing less.
Mm-mm.
So, do you want to talk about our go-kart adventures we had with some friends, my coworker and his girlfriend?
We can.
Because I'm gonna put video in this episode of the
Of them?
go-kart shenanigans. Yeah,
We got them out.
yeah,
We pissed off the neighbors.
couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Darn.
And oh my God, I told them, I said, it's the most legal fun I've ever had. And they're like, you're right. And now they're ready to buy their own.
Yeah, he's talking about buying his own and like making it street legal to drive it around Gas City and all
Yeah.
kinds of shit. And because they can do golf carts and stuff up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a go-kart than a golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, unless I'm old.
Why can't you have a go-kart when you're old?
Because you got to get down in that seat.
Well, that's
I don't think I
true.
could get out.
That's true.
Just thinking ahead. You know what I mean?
So yeah, Evan and Chloe came over, and at some point in time, I think they're gonna come on the podcast too. And Evan's all about it. Like he's excited about it.
Well, Evan can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Is this the coworker I met?
Yes.
He's got the office next to yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. He's
Super nice
yeah,
kid.
got an
Yeah.
office next to
I
mine,
say
yeah.
kid. He's like 22.
He's a kid.
No, he's older than that. He's like 25.
Oh.
Still kind of a kid.
Yeah.
Well, to
no,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're
Yeah.
fucking old.
Shut up. Ugh.
Happy 40th.
You know, Lacee and I were actually talking about that the other day about like being in your 40s and like trying to maintain. You see all those memes about maintaining a life and, you know, a social life and your kids and all this. And we were talking about like just friendships at our age and how hard they can be, like sometimes to manage. Well, and not so much mismanage, I guess, at times. But
Yeah.
because we went through our own thing, which we haven't ever really talked about on here. It wasn't something like we ever made public, but Lacee was going through her own shit in life, and she can share whatever she'd like to share because it's her business. But we went through what was it was September, October, November, December, January. So about 6 months.
Was it that long?
Yeah, because it really started September 1st. And then we went out to lunch in February. Well, actually ended up being March because you had to cancel because you were sick.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So about 6 months with I mean, we weren't not talking, but we definitely weren't talking.
No, I mean, we weren't what we are.
No. And what we always had been.
Right. And it was, I mean, it was me. It was, I mean, just say what it is. I mean, it was mental illness.
Which we talked about. I mean, I'm very open and honest about my own bouts with depression and how bad it is, but mine is very much different than yours, which we've talked about. Mine's very much different than Jason's even.
Mm-hmm.
But Lacee's is she's going to go into a deep, dark hole
Yeah,
and nobody come around.
I isolate really bad. And I've always been like that.
Yeah. And this one was a little harder to get you out of.
It was. But I came to a lot of, I don't know how to word this, self-realizations or a lot of realizations about a lot of different relationships in my life.
I think a lot of life things hit that
All
you
at
realize
once.
didn't make you happy.
Yes.
And so, like, Jason and I have talked a lot, especially recently, like, we don't want to do things that don't make us happy or
Yes.
have relationships that don't,
Nope.
you know, like, not that people should be giving all the time, but there has to be some give and take in any relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But during that time, because of my mental illness, poor Jason and my mother, I'm not going to lie, like, and this is in no way to make Lacee feel bad. Like, I've been very honest about it. I sobbed, like, more often than not. And I was like, I don't know what I've done. And Jason and my mom were like, Elissa, this is not about you.
And it never was.
No, and you had told me that. And that was still very hard for me to understand. But poor Jason, he was like, Elissa, you got to suck it up. It's not about you right now.
Yeah. I was like, pump the brakes, kitten.
And I'm like, but it's not about you, Elissa. Okay. So.
You know, and I was thinking about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And when I should have reached out sooner than what I did, but it got to the point where I'm like, I feel awkward and I feel terrible.
Like almost too far gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was explaining this to my daughter. And I was like, I feel terrible. I feel awkward. I'm like, she's probably going to tell me to fuck myself. And Hannah said, she won't. Reach out to her. And I said, okay, I will tomorrow. And then I hadn't. And she's like, do it right now while I'm sitting here with you. I do that shit.
You're like, this is the monster I have created.
100%. And I did. And that's all. I mean, that's all it took.
Yeah.
But that like told me like, you know, what the fuck is wrong with you? Figure out what the fuck's wrong with you and quit hurting the people around you that give a shit and still want to stay and be there.
Right.
Well, we've talked about, I know Lacee and I have, and I know you and I have, there's those moments for me where I get so awkward because I feel like so much time has gone by that I don't reach out, and I should. And then something happens and I'm like, fuck, this is why I should have reached out before now. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I'm so fucking mad about that.
And so anymore, I feel like I just say that. Like, I know so much time has gone by. I'm sorry if this is awkward, but like I wanted to reach out. And so I'm glad I do that. But that's why when you did, I like completely understood.
Yeah. Well, but I also tell myself like, they don't really want to hear from you. They don't want you to reach out. They're better off not
it's
having you bother them.
That internal pessimism. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Again, this is my trauma speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Everybody's is different.
It is.
Which I really try, which Jason understands yours, I feel like, more than I do.
Mhm.
Just because I feel like to a certain point, you used to really self-isolate when yours would flare up. And you've kind of come out of that more recently than not. But, so he saw it more than I do because I don't understand that.
Mhm.
But I think that's why him and mom were so much like, oh, it's going to be fine. And I'm like, I just don't understand. It's not about you.
Which I am forever grateful for because you do understand. I mean, you understand.
Yeah.
But the whole point of this is we joke I am a constant joker about of all the things. But I tell Lacee, I really have forgiven her. Like, and that's taken me a long time to understand that, like, as a grown-up, to, like, really forgive somebody.
Right.
And, like, move on. But, like, we joke about it every now and again I'll joke about it. I'm like, and she's like, ouch. And I'm like, listen, Brenda still gets it, okay? And,
That's true.
and we're like
It's so true.
we're like 11 years in here, and
Yeah.
she's still getting it every now and again. Like that's
Yeah.
just that's how I show you my love.
Yeah, that's true.
And honestly, if you don't learn from it, what was the use of it?
True. It's
And
very true.
let's be honest, we just all talk shit to each other, and it's just how it is.
We
It's
do.
true.
We
It's
do.
100% true.
Yeah. Oh, you have trauma? Fuck you. I do too. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But we still have feelings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I saw this thing about millennials. I think I sent it to both you. Now, whether you watched it or not, I don't know, because I am that friend. I will flood the fuck out of your feed.
I was like, just count on me watching
Every
like,
third
every
one
other, maybe
is what
every
she
third.
said.
I watch
Well,
everything on TikTok.
I'll go back and
That's
watch them, but like maybe not in the same day.
Right. Well, and sometimes I just want to get rid of that notification.
Ouch.
Honesty is the best policy.
Wow, guys. Wow. No, anyway.
Listen, I have most of the notifications on my phone shut off.
No, that's fair. And when we work nights too, it's completely different.
Yeah.
But no, it was like millennials don't take anything serious, and they're like, no, because most of us have had depression since we were 8. We've lived through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
we've seen
yeah.
some shit, so fuck off.
And
Yeah.
this is how we
Exactly.
survive. I'm like, ain't that the fucking truth?
Every one of us are in survival mode.
We have been for years, I feel
Mhm.
like.
Yeah, my fight or flight never goes off.
So I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but there was some like huge scientific study. I guess they have found some kind of ghost parasite that is in up to 30% of the world's population's brains that causes degenerative neurological issues. So it makes you dumber. Yeah.
That
Actually,
explains a lot.
we worked with somebody who was very into parasite detoxing and heavy metal detoxing. And I took a lot of what they said and what they talked about just in for myself. I've never done it, but I've been doing a lot more research about it. And it was something along the lines of, and I, again, have not looked this up, but the United States is the only, like, country that doesn't actually do like detoxes, like parasite detoxes.
Mhm.
And if you eat specific things, you already have parasites living within you, which I don't doubt that either.
The food in America is a parasite.
Well, I know ain't that the fucking truth
Yeah.
as a whole. But I think that found that interesting. And about the toxins is what I was actually going up for. If you don't do a heavy metal detox, basically what happens is the receptors in your brain cannot absorb the glucose like it's supposed to.
Mhm.
And that becomes things like dementia and Alzheimer's. So I was actually been looking into that.
Really?
Yeah, because I also find it interesting for scientific purposes, and I
Yeah.
want to see if I feel better for myself.
Yeah, so they're starting to find out all kinds of things about just, it's mostly in the United States, obviously, from what I've read, but it's pretty legit. It's
That's
there.
crazy.
Yeah. So
I have to be honest, like I haven't been keeping up on the news just because it's so damn sad right now.
Yeah, it really is.
I'd rather live in my own little world if we're being honest.
yeah, and sadly, I can't avoid the news. Like I have to stay in it and stay on with
know it,
topics.
yeah.
No,
and,
thank you.
and the financial markets and this and that, and
And that's
so.
that's why we have Dad.
So we have Dad.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh. I talked with my boss some more,
Uh-huh.
Joe. All right, we've been brainstorming. Okay. So if anybody's noticed out of my page, my social media, like there's been like my luxury sprinter conversions and those types of things. So Joe and I talked about taking the podcast mobile.
Oh no.
Yes.
I can just hear where this is going already.
So this is just phase 1. We've already talked about
Oh.
phase 2 as well. So taking the podcast mobile, like have somebody drive us around and we can just hang out in the back and podcast and like talk and like look at different sites and talk about things and go to different areas. And,
Make fun of people.
right.
I'm the best in the car. I'm the best
People
in
of
the car.
Walmart.
So now
Yes.
these vans obviously are not cheap. They're more than some people's houses.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not buying one of those anytime soon. However,
Oh, he's really getting in his pitching voice.
Listen, I'm surprised we don't have like pictures and graphs. And
I
stuff.
know, like bar graph. I need a bar graph,
Yeah.
man.
well, that's after the podcast. I was going to
Oh,
show
well,
you these things.
okay.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah, I can't bring it out right now.
now.
Where's the pointer at?
But
The laser.
laser pointers in the bedroom, damn it. So, we are taking in like a super high mileage cargo van on trade that has no windows,
Like a shaggin' wagon.
like legitimate cargo van, okay? That I can turn into a lounge in the back.
This is what my life has come to.
And we can podcast the fuck. We can just roll out and go.
The Adventures of E and the Shaggin' Wagon.
Yeah, but the
Shit.
concept was originally born out of we're having to do a lot of locates out of state to get new vehicles and things like that, and we had to send drivers to Oklahoma
So
for a
you're gonna
truck.
send us on the road?
So we're gonna go on the road
I
and
actually
do
think this
like
is a great idea.
a 12-hour drive, right? And podcast and just do the whole thing the entire time.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Make it happen.
Now,
Oh wait, but there's more.
there's more.
Oh.
That was phase one.
Okay.
We're in phases.
Yes, we're in phases.
I bet there's four. I bet there's four.
Nope. Just 2 phases right now. We
damn.
haven't come up with number 3. So phase 2 was born out of his recent vacation that he is flying out for tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is flying out for a little quick cruise for he and his wife's anniversary and all this other stuff. He was like, I'm going to be shit-faced the entire time I'm on this cruise. I'm like, rightfully so.
I mean, fair enough.
Enjoy your time. He was like,
Would be.
Hell yeah.
you know what would be phenomenal? Is if we were all shit-faced on the cruise together and did the podcast on a cruise ship. Like on location, like going location to location to location. Let's not just have guests on. Let's go on fucking adventures. The legitimate adventures of E.
Then what happens when I run away? Because you know that inevitably, eventually, that's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the goal is to just kind of, we all just run away.
now we know the real plan.
Yeah, now he just wants me to
we-
run away so he can cash in on that life insurance.
We run away. Not
Oh,
you.
we. It never is we though. You're like, Elissa, why you aggressive? I'm making friends, man.
Yeah, you make friends with everybody. Like,
Everyone.
yeah, serial killers,
Even when I don't
strippers.
try. Oh, strippers do love
Oh,
me.
even when she doesn't try, people walk up to her and talk
And
to
start
her.
talking to me.
Oh,
I look
100%.
at Lacey like, I didn't even look at him. I didn't even make eye contact.
And I turn around because I don't want to talk.
You're
to
like,
her.
nope.
She leaves me every fucking time.
Every time.
Yeah.
I'm doing the awkward moonwalk.
I'm like, God
Back.
damn you, Lacey. I mean, figure it out, make it happen. Speaking of figuring it out and making it happen, your boss does listen. And so I'm going to put this out there.
Yep.
There is a couple of car dealerships out there that are making like videos, like amazing, superb TikToks where they're like dancing and they dropping it like it's hot and it's freaking hilarious. I want to know where the marketing is on that. Why haven't you guys jumped in on that?
Because somebody's already doing it.
But you could do it better.
Why jump on a bandwagon when you
Because
can
I-
come up with original
Because
ideas?
I offered it up to you like 2 months ago when it wasn't a thing.
They were already doing it then.
But it was. That's not the point.
Does your dealership have a TikTok?
I have a TikTok for the
Yes, I know.
dealership.
I follow
I
you.
manage the social media
Then
things.
then
yes.
you need to make this video.
He's not going to do it.
I know he won't.
I tried, though. I really tried. E for effort.
No, it's not to say that I couldn't get some of the like green peas, the newbies, to get in front of the camera and I tell them what to do.
No, you got to get the dudes with the swass. Not that's not what I meant
The
at all.
swass? What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you know what SWAS is?
Yeah, sweaty ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that is. I have that on a daily basis.
Well, yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
not
it's
what I
fucking
meant.
120 degrees outside and I'm wearing full dress clothes and
I
a
meant-
black shirt.
I meant
Fuck
swag.
that. I knew what you meant, but I love that
Not
you said
swag.
SWAS.
Those are things. You mean swagger?
Yeah. Yep, that's what I meant.
All right.
That's what I meant. Right there.
And that, folks, is the word of the episode.
Swagger.
Swass. No, swass.
No,
Swass.
it's got to be swass.
Swass.
Swastastic. Potatogate swass.
No.
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 Eve, again, I tried.
Yep.
I can't help
Eve. Eve.
it.
Yeah.
Do you know that my mom calls opal opioid when she makes her mad?
Yeah.
She goes, okay, opioid. And she gets all aggressive about it. It cracks me up.
It's like
Well,
the
as sweet
clitoris.
as, yeah.
No,
Clematis, clitoris.
The
Oh.
chlamydia.
Yeah.
Chlamydia. Your chlamydia is blooming. Shut up, Mom.
It's in blue.
Hello. Speaking of clitoris, I know that took a nosedive quite literally,
Please tell
but
me
Into the
I know what
clitoris, yeah.
story you're
Yes,
going
you
into.
do. You
I
do.
know what story you're going into.
we were getting our hair done, and so the girl who does our hair was telling us about like growing up. I guess we never noticed like the environment we grew up in really shaped us and who we were. Like,
for sure.
so she was talking about her mom was like a nightgown.
T-shirt and panties.
Yeah, walk around the house like that. I was like, oh no, in my household we were fully clothed. Like my dad wasn't, which I always thought was weird. But like that's just we didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
Right. And so she was like, yeah. Then my Brenda, first of all, I'm so sorry guys, we gotta back it up for a hot second. Brenda hits Lacey and I in the car with this one. Ready? Like out it's quiet. It's
And
quiet.
I was taking a drink of Red Bull in the middle of the sentence.
And she goes, I had me a dirty dream last night.
I'm like,
She said something way vulgar than
Way
that.
more
but I'm
vulgar.
going to leave it alone.
No. Elaborate.
Had me a wet dream last night. I said, you what? I'm sorry, what?
We call that incontinence.
Oh, man. Anyway, she's super long story long. She was trying to go fuck this guy in her dream, and she kept telling Lacey to tell me to keep my mouth shut. And am I on my own business? I'm like I would care. And he looked like
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton. So that's what started it, right? So we're in the middle, like literally, of getting our hair done, and Brenda whips out this second little ditty of the night. Y'all ever swung the other way?
Yeah, just randomly.
So the girl who does our hair is like, no. Lacey's like, no, whatever. Sorry, I got all flustered there for a second. So the girl who does our hair goes, well, my mom kind of turned me off of that once. And we're like, what?
She traumatized
Like,
her.
where did this just take a right turn at?
Like,
She
I don't know
said-
whether to be scared or excited right now. Like, this is
You
all,
kind of feel in the middle, don't you?
Yeah.
We were the same way.
Yeah.
I locked eyes with Lacey like,
where's this going?
Well, I know her mom though, and I'm like, this
what?
checks out actually.
This makes it even worse. You're
makes-
like, ah,
You're
shit.
like, this makes perfect sense. She goes, no, we were on vacation with it was her sister, her mom, and her Nana. And she said it was super hot wherever they were. They had been drinking, and her mom decides to air out her vagina. Just spread eagle. And she said, I looked up, and I made eye contact with her one-eyed vagina, her clitoris. She said, and it ruined me. She said it just really fucked with me.
She said every once in a while I'll still look at her and see it.
And I have flashbacks, and they're terrible. And I'm like, oh my God.
And she told her mom right in the moment, like, you've traumatized me for life. And Misty just she just laughed about it.
Yeah. So anyway.
It's like Vietnam flashbacks over here.
She's like,
Shit. Right.
So anyway,
Love the smell of
Brendy-
napalm in the morning.
Brenda has all kinds of random questions today.
She really did. It was an interesting.
It was an interesting day with her.
It was.
And she was wide awake, so she can't claim that she was tired and confused.
I know.
Lacey said, I know.
Yeah. Now, the last day that we were all together, she just stayed in the back seat.
I know. Well, she was sick. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to the plant place tomorrow to pick up our geese, so.
Surprise.
It's a good thing it's payday.
So, anyway, well, with that, guys, I have a full day tomorrow planned, too. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, because I got to go to bed. It's fucking late.
I know we got to catch and release Lacee. I can't talk.
Oh, no, we still got Smokey the Bandit to watch.
Oh, we do. Oh, God. No.
Eastbound and down.
No, please don't.
Loaded up and trucking.
I've
I'm
already
going
given,
home.
I've already given up on life.
She's like, awkward.
She's like, I gotta go now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. On that note, we are out. Thank you for coming back. We can't wait to see you the next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Make sure to share and like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Adventures of E, and on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@Adventures of E. See you next time.